No one would fucking voluntarily go through the 12 years of fuck shit that our school system is if it wasn't forced. No one would do it. Yeah. So everyone's used to getting forced to do something against their will, and then as soon as that's gone, there's no skill or discipline. Yeah. So as soon as I realized that the last arraignment date passed and they couldn't indict me, I dropped out of school.
That's wild.
But it was only because I sat there in my fucking pain and misery from thinking I had to go to prison for so long, questioning everything. Yeah. And the reason I'm saying this now is because like so many people have ideas in the back of their mind that they want to move on, but they're literally just waiting for someone to say, go. Yeah. So, go.
Welcome back to another episode of the I Feel You podcast. My name is Edie Wyse, and I am your host. On this episode, we have a wonderful conversation with Poncho, who is a musician and content creator from Westchester, New York. He owns the Encore Podcast, which is a platform to encourage and inspire other creators and entrepreneurs to find their greatness. On this episode, we speak on what makes good content, finding success in oversaturated industries, and the benefits of creating a positive environment. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate your presence. If you're watching on YouTube, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Also turn on the notification bell so you can get notified about when our episodes release or any other content that we have here on the Project Feel YouTube page. If you're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or any of those, please share this with your friends and family. We would really appreciate it. With that being said, enjoy the episode. I mean, it's a weird, I guess, like asking the person who usually asks other people to interview is like, for some people it's weird, but like, it kind of makes sense.
Honestly, bro, there's just not really a lot of platforms. Like, in all honesty, there's not a lot of platforms that that exist, number one, and then two, exist that actually have good quality. Yeah, true. Like, I've turned down a lot of platforms.
That's fair.
A lot. Like, just when someone hits me up, the first thing I'm doing is I'm looking at the quality. Is your audio good? Is your visuals good? If that's not good, it's not even a conversation. Yeah. After that, like, I want to make sure the shit aligns. Like, it's something I could actually see myself on. Oh, for sure. And like, between those two things, that knocks out like 90% of platforms. And then there's just not a lot of platforms. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's something that I'm gonna get into as well.
Let's talk shit.
That not even to like, to be honest, I don't know many other pages
literally
that do something like this, like visual and audio in one, and do a variety of different like forms of content and stuff. Especially with your page, I feel like you do a ton of different things, but just to find something even remotely similar with the quality that's necessary, that's not like somebody who's like, you know, already up there, like right?
On the radar or some
exactly
shit.
Yeah, because you know, there of course the some people, like the celebrities that decide to start a podcast, and they got so much money, so they just pay somebody to make it look good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But I've seen some pods from famous people. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Is anyone else seeing this? Yeah. Like, so I mean, it is what it is. But I'm glad to be here. I'm excited to see how this comes out.
I mean, I appreciate you being here on the actual show. This is dope.
Hell yeah.
I've been, you know, a fan for a little while, and we've gone back and forth sometimes on social media, and I just appreciate what y'all do and how much work you've been putting in. Mad consistent, and we'll get into all of that stuff as well.
Hell yeah.
So one thing that I wanted to bring up initially, because
are we starting?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we're live.
Yeah.
Shit! All right, let's get it. All right, fuck it, we here. Yeah.
My bad. I thought you knew. My bad.
Nah, I thought it was gonna be like an intro. All right, nah, shit, we here.
No, we just going in, bro. Cool. Yeah,
right, we here. Let's get it.
I'm glad you're ready. Listen, one thing that I did a bit of research on, and everybody knows this, I think, at this point, but from 2019 to 2020,
yes,
there was comparatively there was a 200% increase in the amount of new podcasts created.
I did not know that.
Of course, like, you can kind of guess why. You know, everybody was inside, and everybody decided.
I was a product of. I was a COVID baby.
Yeah. Podcast baby.
Yeah.
But so many people had the same idea. I mean, I guess it's natural. It's kind of how it went. But the idea that there were that many, I think it was like 1 million new podcasts or something crazy like that just in that same year, right? Brand new podcasts. And I could probably guarantee you that at this point, a very, very, probably like 10% of those podcasts that got started around that year are still actively.
I would say less.
Yeah. are still doing.
I saw a stat the other day. It was like there's 500 podcasts that have posted an episode in the last 500,000 in the last year.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably less.
Which is like kind of insane when you think about it, and it is also kind of, I feel like it's probably a nice feeling too to have started around that time.
I don't get pleasure out of that. I don't view these people as competition.
Yeah.
I want friends who do this shit as well. So that doesn't.
So
yes.
It probably doesn't feel good that all of them had to drop out, right? That they stopped. But for you it probably feels good that you've been able to remain consistent, right? That you've been able to continue.
Yeah, I mean, just period. Like, not even trying to compare myself to any other platforms or anything, but yeah, it feels good. Anything that, that we stick with and see through, like that just feels good, period.
Oh, for sure.
Whether it be fitness, whether it be music, whether it be podcasting, literally anything at all. So yeah, that definitely feels good. In terms of other people, why they dropped off, should I get into this?
It's totally up to you. I'm down for whatever.
Down
for whatever conversation we want to have.
Everyone's situation is different. There's been lots of things that I have started in my creative career that I no longer do. Producing. I used to shoot acoustic music videos with artists, which I will get back into once it financially makes sense again. Yeah. I used to host shows. I had an event venue that got shut down. Hella shit. So like, yeah, in all these different worlds, other people with venues could be like, oh, look at him, he fell off and shit. But there are life situations that happen. So I'm not going to take away the fact that life situations happen and force people to move out. At the end of the day, if there's a will, there's a way, but shit happens. With that being said, that's a minority case. And the reality is a lot of people have not cultivated the skill of discipline and being able to see things through. And what we're seeing with a bunch of podcasts coming and going, with a bunch of artists who drop 3 fire songs and then fall off. Yeah. Like the skill of discipline and sticking something through without someone else forcing them to do it is not something that's taught in our society. And when you really think about it, like our entire school system, no one would fucking voluntarily go through the 12 years of fuck shit that our school system is if it wasn't forced. No one would do it. So everyone's used to getting forced to do something against their will. And then as soon as that's gone, there's no skill or discipline. Yeah. So I think that's a major part in why podcasts fall off.
Yeah, that's a valid point. Why do you think that it feels forced for kids and for people doing anything?
Because they're literally trying to make factory workers. They're trying to keep society functioning. And if you have a bunch of strong, independent thinkers who are questioning everything going on at the higher ups, not to get too much into it because fucking this shit will get taken down. But that's not good for society. You can't have that many independent thinkers.
And you're very, very right about factory workers. I don't know if you know how right you are, but you know about the creation of like when this nation was founded, how they created education. It was literally to make people who
we're using the
work
same
in
system
industry
from fucking like 200 years ago.
Yeah, and it's the same people. They would just be a disciplined, scheduled person that can work in a factory with a bunch of other people.
Yeah, because I knew the factory jobs are fucking unbearable and no one would ever voluntarily do it.
And that was the whole thing, and that's kind of the system that we've been fed through. And I'm a product of that as well, and I'm sure a lot of people that we know and there's just everyone feels almost the same way. And when you can kind of like, supersede that, get out of that, or be just better than that, I think it's a testament to probably not only you, but the people around you as well. I think that a big way to get out of where you are, or to get out of that slump, or to unlearn the things that you've been taught, is when you have other people around you that figured that out for themselves as well and can kind of guide you in a way.
Maybe for some people. That personally wasn't my experience. I'm a proud college dropout. I'll wrap that shit on my sleeve. And I can't speak on everyone else, but for me, I had I went to 2 colleges. I went to Mercy College in Westchester, and I went to Ole Miss in Mississippi. When I was there, I got a sale of LSD charge, and I thought I had to go to prison for 5 years.
That's crazy.
Yes, my first offer was actually an 8-year offer, 4 served, 4 suspended. So I'd have to serve 4, and for the other 4, I'd have to do probation, parole.
For LSD?
Yes, in Mississippi. So I'd actually have to move to Mississippi to finish the shit out. So because of that, The case ended up getting dropped. To make it extremely long story short, the statute of limitations expired.
Damn.
Long story. Not even enough time in this pod to get into it. But basically, because that happened, I was forced to stay in school because I had to show them that I was doing shit and I wasn't just like a fuck up kid. Because I was 19 when the shit was happening. And because of that, it made me question everything. And through the questioning, I realized how not advantageous the school system would be to my growth and development. Yeah. So as soon as I realized that the last arraignment date passed and they couldn't indict me, I dropped out of school.
That's wild.
But it was only because I sat there in my fucking pain and misery from thinking I had to go to prison for so long, questioning everything. Yeah. So that wasn't my experience, but other people uplifting others and, showing them alternative ways to break away from that can definitely play a factor.
I mean, there are some people that learn the hard way, right?
Yeah,
and
I'm one of them.
One of those.
I'm one of them. I need to touch the fire like 6 times, and then I'm realizing, that shit's hot.
Sure. That's pretty wild. Were you doing music that whole time, or was that something?
Yeah, music is the thing that kept me from not fucking offing myself. To be honest, like just straight up, it was music. And then when I wasn't doing music, I would just get really high and try to fucking pretend that shit wasn't happening. So, yeah. That's why I don't smoke weed anymore. Yeah. Because I was smoking through that whole time. And then anytime I would smoke after that, it would put me back in that mindset.
Back right there where you were before.
So that was 5 years ago at this point.
Are you 5 years without smoking?
I've taken like 1-2 hits here and there. But like nothing like what it used to be.
Yeah. So that's fucking wild. Well, I mean, I'm glad you're able to, like some people can't get away from it. Some people just get stuck in that loop, and they, I know a lot of people that are just
by choice
smoke every day.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
you meant the weed shit?
Yeah, the weed. No, not like
I thought you meant the stuck in the fuck. I can't believe this happened.
No.
No comment.
Yeah. But that's. I mean, it's great to hear you talk about just all of the projects as well. Just a little bit not to gas you up or anything, but just to talk about the success you've been finding on socials. So you have almost 15,000 followers on Instagram.
You let us out the fucking doghouse. We got a fucking a content violation.
No shot,
bro. We were getting 200, 300 followers a day.
Yeah.
And as soon as we got it.
Wait, what was the? Where was it?
I posted a story.
No.
I'll send you a screenshot of the story.
Okay.
You can put it up in Instagram. Fuck you.
Just fuck Instagram.
Yeah. So it should have been a lot higher.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
But I mean, we're still here. One day we'll be out of the doghouse, I think. But 2.5 subs on YouTube.
Yes.
Almost 75,000 followers on TikTok.
Yeah.
Which is, it's incredible. And in a world that's
please don't ban TikTok.
No, damn, true. There's another one that's coming down the pipeline. In a world that's so saturated with like we talked about earlier, so saturated with podcasts and people with voices. How is it that you've been able to kind of like fight through that and break through
we have good content and most podcasts don't. Like straight up. Like not even to like come across egotistical at all, because it's not necessarily what it is. And if you want me to break down exactly what good content is, it's 3 things. If you want your content to hit, it's either got to educate people, you need to inspire people, or it needs to entertain people. That's it. Those are the 3 sections of what makes content good. Now, if you can mix and match those, have 2 of those in one clip or 3 of them in one clip, that's when your shit goes viral. If you look at all of our clips that hit 1, 2, 6 million views, all 3 of the categories are in those clips. Yeah. So one is actually having good content. Like I think a lot of creators overestimate how good their shit is, and some of it comes from ego, some of it comes from lack of experience. I did the same shit when it was me 2 years ago. I'm like, yo, it's the hottest shit ever. And like, obviously, like I can't even watch it now. Like I literally can't watch my old videos. Like it hurts me internally. So is that, I mean, being consistent. Yeah. I mean, that's sound like a broken record saying it. Everyone's saying it, so I'm not going to harp too much on that. And equality too. That's that. But really, like, I feel like a lot of people who make content, either content creators or that run platforms, they're making the shit that they want to produce, and to an extent, that's a good thing.
I mean,
yeah, like you got to be passionate about what you're doing. Yeah, 100%. But I think what a lot of creators fail to do is take their audience into consideration. like, yes, I love this style. I'll put it in an example of an artist.
Yeah.
Let's say an artist likes this fucking weird, abstract, like, music.
Experimental.
Some
like,
experimental shit. It's like
yeah.
some X mixed with, like, some fucking Green Day and some iCarly. Like,
Yeah.
that's your genre. Like, there might not be a huge audience for it, but you love it. But if it depends what your goals are. If your goal is to make the art that you want, then keep doing it. If your goal is to build an audience, there's got to be some sort of compromise there. Yeah. So I think a lot of creators fail in that aspect.
Yeah, you got to sacrifice a little bit in that regard. I mean, in the long run, it works out, and I think that you can always get to the point where eventually it's like, well, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks anymore. I can just kind of do whatever I want because I got to that point, and you've built your fan base. But there's a lot of sacrifices that you got to make along the way, and most people just want to skip to that. I mean, that's a big part of any artist. Whenever they do anything, they just want to skip to like, I'm big shot. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what I need to do, and I'm hot shit, and I'm what's up. You know, like everybody wants to skip to that part when everything before hasn't even been established. And I blame
social media.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You got 16-year-olds fucking like, shout out if you're 16 and you a multimillionaire off social media, fucking shout out to you. But y'all also fucked the whole game up because you got everyone feeling entitled as shit. Like you got 16-year-olds in high school now who literally have not done a single thing in their fucking lives, feeling like they deserve to be millionaires because y'all are the same age.
And they're all drop shipping on Amazon.
Yeah.
Businessmen.
Or in fucking crypto.
Businessmen. They're all, bro, I remember going to a crypto event. That shit was so funny.
Bro, you couldn't pay me to go to
I got invited to this big one. It was like I don't even know. I forgot what it was at this point. It was this massive warehouse. Huge fucking warehouse. It was in I think it was in the Navy Yard.
Okay.
The Navy Yard, yeah. Okay. This massive warehouse, and it was a cool ass event. Like a lot of different vendors. There was a cool setup. The way it looked, they had this massive curtain that they dropped, so you can go into the event space. Eventually, like the DJ was sick. The actual main DJ was trash. It was like some guy who just is like a celebrity DJ, so he's just famous because he's famous.
Yeah.
But it was wild talking to people because the first thing they would talk about is like, yeah, I got this crypto and this thing, and I own this, and I have a bunch of this money, and bro, now all of them are down bad right now. Like none of them have real assets right now, just because of how that shit fluctuates, and they kind of stake their whole personality on crypto. And now
same with the fucking forex traders and all that.
Yeah,
shit. Yeah, like
that shit. And now that's a prime example of like of trying to hop onto a wave and skip to the best part of like what it's like to be a respected individual within an industry, and everybody just did that, and so everybody started faking it, and then now it's like nobody's. Yeah, that shit don't even happen.
General rule of thumb, like if something's seems too good to be true, it probably is. Yeah,
I learned that shit the hard way too.
You and me both. But dude, if I told you about some of my dumbass business ideas shout out to anyone in Peekskill, Westchester who see me go through it.
Fucking Peekskill.
I don't know why the fuck y'all stuck with me. What'd you say about Peekskill?
I said I fucking love Peekskill.
Oh, you been up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm from. So, yeah, like, I don't know what's wrong with y'all, but I love y'all.
You still got homies out? Do you go out there often, or?
I still live there.
You still live there?
I wanted to move here. So, what happened?
Go ahead.
Are you gonna ask? Do I film there?
Yeah. Do you film up there?
Yeah.
Fucking A, bro.
Yeah, no, because I was gonna move here earlier. I realized that because the brand was already growing, like I don't want to put myself in a financially whack position just to be in the city when people are already willing to travel up there for it. Like when in the beginning, it was harder to get guests because they're like, I don't even know what the fuck a Peekskill is. There's no way I'm going up there. But like now that we have some sort of leverage, it's not as bad. So I'm like, fuck it, we could stay up there.
Damn, that's why I had
and
no
also
idea.
It would be I did the money I ran the numbers on it. It'd be 4 times as expensive for us to do what we do here.
Yeah. You have a studio space and everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I was gonna ask like about the space. I thought it was like here.
No.
I was gonna ask how the fuck you're managing that shit. Well,
I mean, hey, that shit is $1,200 a month, so that shit is not bad at all.
And that's not bad at all, yeah. And it's your space, right?
Yeah,
like it's just all.
Like I sleep in there and shit.
Fuck, that's crazy, bro.
If anyone who I interviewed on those red couches, I sleep on those.
Now they know. Now they know.
I clean them though. It's okay.
That's fucking wild. I had no idea. What's the fucking commute? What's that commute like?
From here, well, from
Really
my
driven.
studio to here was an hour and 10 minutes.
Okay.
So
That's
it's
not
not bad
terrible.
at all. And I really
Driving.
don't come. What happened?
Driving.
Yeah, I got a car.
Okay.
Even with the train, it'd be an hour to get to Grand Central, and then whatever else it would take to get here.
30,
But
40.
yeah, it's not bad, and I don't really
It's not
come to
terrible.
the city that often.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons I wanted to do this, one, I fucked with the platform.
Appreciate it.
Two, I love Brooklyn, and I also wanted to, like, after I'm leaving here, I'm gonna scout different neighborhoods and see where I wanna post up at.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna.
You thinking about coming out soon or?
My lease is over May 31st.
Damn.
I might renew another. That was fucking crazy.
Fuck me, dude.
Fucking A. Wow, look at the fucking tape. Yo,
Dude.
I'm not gonna lie, the amount of ghetto fucking shit I have set up in my studio, I can't even be mad at that. Like, part of
we
me
have no
respects
choice.
it. I love that shit. I love that shit.
Bro, it's either this or we buy another fucking C-stand with the fucking.
Fuck that, bro. Yo, there's a will, there's a way. I'm the king of fucking making some ratchet shit work, so I ain't
This
mad
shit's
at that
never
at all.
fallen
You
to-
don't have gaffer's tape?
Nah, this is
Bro,
what we have right
This
now.
is what we fucking have.
God
right now.
damn.
Yeah, bro.
I'm
Actually, bro,
gonna.
do we have a big ass roll of black gaffer tape or no?
Yo,
Where?
I have
Somewhere.
like 20 rolls in my studio. I'm gonna donate y'all a roll next time I'm here. Just fucking,
Oh,
I got
shit.
you.
Damn.
That was tragic as hell.
That was super tragic.
I think I got a staple gun in my whip.
Bro,
If
my
you don't
girl-
give a fuck about the
my
paint.
girl fucking kill me,
You
bro.
can take like a two because I'm gonna have to take this up real quick.
Shit.
Fuck it, we can
So
keep
funny.
going.
You're gonna leave this shit in there.
Yeah, OD, fuck it. All right. Fuck it.
Recording.
Hey, look, this is the
Bloopers,
process. This is what it's really like.
This is
man.
the fucking. This is this is reality.
This is the
You thought we
reality
had
of
some nice shit
podcasting.
back here blocking the window? Fuck
Yeah,
no.
hell no, bro. Fuck that.
Hell no.
But yeah, so we'll be in the city soon. It's just not a rush,
Yeah.
and I want to, as we were talking about before, not skip steps. And
Mm-hmm.
if I have an opportunity to build more of an infrastructure in a place where it's dumb cheap to do it at,
Yeah, for
might
sure.
as well do that. So
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Are you planning to do the same thing where you have like this?
that was hilarious. Do you need the film?
Yo, how crazy does it look in the? Go look in the camera.
Honestly, the disco ball has a cool effect to it. But
Wish it was nighttime.
See how shit. Yeah, it's fucking beautiful outside. Does it look fucking blown out?
Yeah,
as
we had the
fuck?
best winter ever, bro. Shout out to global warming because
That
it
shit
only
was
snowed
crazy.
like twice.
literally twice, and
Yo,
it was not.
bro.
It didn't stay for longer than a day.
Fact.
back is a little overexposed, but you guys look great.
I'll fucking deal with it in post, bro. Fuck that shit.
Fix it in post.
Fix it in post. It's the
Literally.
fucking motto, bro.
Yeah, shit, man.
Yeah, no, actually, the winter was a dope winter, but anyway, after all that, we're back. You know, we're here. We're still in the conversation.
We returned. We're back.
It's like you know, like Poncho was saying, this is real life when it comes to doing a podcast.
Real shit.
And you just, you know, you deal with this kind of stuff in strides. Eventually, you make enough to buy that one $300 C-stand to fucking put one thing up here to cover the
I don't know
window.
what stand. I've never paid $300 for a C-stand. I got some $130 shit, and I was mad
Yeah.
I had to pay that.
True. There's some bougie ones out there. But yeah, man, I appreciate you coming out. I didn't know you had to make your way all the way out here,
Bro,
but like it means a
it's
lot
nothing.
that you would be willing to
Yeah,
pull
bro,
up
it's nothing.
and
like I said,
do your thing.
I fuck with the platform.
Yeah.
I want to see other
Yeah.
people
Mhm.
who are interviewing succeed. So
Yeah.
if I can help with that, yeah.
And that's one of the things that I saw you talk about a few times, a bit earlier on, because you talked about your acoustic sessions, right? You had those acoustic live sessions. Before that, I think you were doing, before or after you were doing
I
cooking,
think,
cook-
oh my
cook-
God.
what was
Cookups and combos.
cookups and combos, yeah.
That was a fucking era.
I a lot of those clips were pretty dope.
Yeah.
I never got to watch a full episode,
You
but
don't need to.
the idea the idea was there. Like the concept is pretty fucking cool,
there.
right?
The execution was not.
And you talked about in one of your videos you talked about how one of the reasons why cookups and combos didn't eventually work out is because of your relationship with artists and how they were kind of like falling through a little bit, and how not being able to rely on people was like a big part of it. I
don't remember which clip
Mhm.
that was, but to an extent that's true. It's a combination of things, but
Yeah.
that was definitely one of them.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to place sole blame on artists, because at the
For
end
sure.
of the day, like, it's like, think of it as like dating. Like, I could be
Yeah.
like, oh man, fuck all women. Like, they don't like, whatever, they don't want me, but like, what is it about you that makes them not want you?
Yeah,
So, if realistically, if I had a better platform that was more enticing to artists, maybe I would have had a better experience. Who's to say? So I don't place sole responsibility on artists. Of course not. My relationship with music changed a lot because I stopped interviewing around that same. I stopped producing around that same time. I was starting to fall out of love with music, and that mixed with my frustrations with artists made me pack it up.
Yeah.
But
and you're talking about production or that
style
like of show and production.
The show, making beats in general. I stopped all that shit. But if you want to know what frustrations I had with artists, you know what it is? There's no school for this shit. Yeah. Like, if you want to be a rapper, you go on Amazon, you get the cheapest mic you can find, a Scarlett 2i2, and you borrow your mom's laptop, and you're a rapper. Yeah. So there's no ethics class like you take if you need to like be a doctor or a lawyer or some shit. So a lot of artists just don't understand just basic how to navigate 101. Yeah. So a lot of that professionality, if that's even a word, really started to annoy me on a lot of levels. So that was definitely one thing. I got really annoyed with the fact that, as I said before, I want to help see other people win. Yeah, for sure. I've always been like this, but I've become a little bit less like that recently and a lot more jaded because I've wanted to see people win more than they've wanted to. And it's like, the fuck am I doing at that point?
I know so many people heard that and were like, damn, true.
Yo, it's really like that, bro. Like, yo, we're sitting in the studio. There's a studio next to my current studio. It's like a couple of minutes away, and there'd be like 15 of us that would go there every day. Damn. And that was the squad. That was gang. Like those are the those still are the homies to this day. Most of them. And like I would go there every day, and I would work on music, 2, 3, 4 beats a day. That was my main shit I was doing. Or back then it was just making music, and then I would go there and watch those same people sit in the room, smoke 6 blunts, drink a half bottle of Henny, watching whatever the fuck, I don't even know what the fuck they were watching at the time, and just not doing shit. And it's just like, yo, we have the same 24 hours. I'm spending all this time working. And back then, like, I didn't understand the power of, you know, different energies and how they impact us. So I wasn't really like stressing about it, but like they would just talk every day like, yo, I'm gonna be the biggest artist out of Westchester. I'm like, yeah, I believe in you, because they are actually dope. A lot of them were dope, are dope. And I don't ever want to discredit any of them, because there's a good chance they are gonna watch this. Of course. And like, I don't know, like no one worked as hard as me there. Like, straight up. Yeah. Like, and it's like, I really do want this. Yeah. And the fact that I went through that whole felony shit that I was telling you about before, with the LSD charge.
Was that before or after that?
The studio shit was after that. Damn. But when that happened, so when that happened, I went to a massage therapy school because my body was so fucked up from dealing with the stress of it that the only thing that could fix it was massages. Damn. So I was like, all right, cool. I could either keep paying for this or I could learn how to do it. So I learned how to do it. That's fine. Yeah, facts. Yeah, I still have the skills. Great skill set to have.
Fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, no, facts. So yeah, like, it's actually great. Like, yo, anyone watching this right now, like, learning anatomy, physiology, and kinesiology, just how to use your body and optimize it, completely worth the effort. Completely worth it. But when I graduated the school, I passed almost at the top of my class. I passed the board exam, but they wouldn't give me my license because I had a pending felony. Oh, so shit. I realized at that moment I might never be able to have a regular job again. So when I said I need this music shit to work, like, for real, I need this music shit to work. Damn. And then when I was around a bunch of people who didn't care, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, bullshitting with it, yeah, I can't do it. I can't be around it.
Yeah, I mean, and you spoke a bit about it, but the way energies kind of can shift your entire being. Yeah. And I experienced this firsthand. Before this, I lived with my 2 best friends, still best friends. They also part of Project Feel. Okay. And One of them makes music, the other one's a filmmaker, and Joe and Franco, I know who they are. But we used to live together. This was pretty recent. This was like last year, and for a while when we first moved in, shit was so fun because we moved to New York. We were like, this is dope. Like we've always wanted to do this. Orlando.
Okay.
Raised in Orlando, born in Ohio.
Okay.
But for a long time, we were just we were working full-time jobs, to be fair, to like trying to survive, you know, kind of had to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
But when we would get back, it was the same, like smoking, drinking, and just doing nothing, playing video games, watching stupid shit, like absolutely nothing for a long time. And it takes so long for one person to just be like, this isn't it. This isn't what we should be doing. And we have so much potential. And we talk about doing so many things that we want to do, but we just never do it because we're all just lazy as fuck. But we do that to each other. We find that comfort in each other, and when we get together, we know we're not going to judge each other for being this way. But that's such a toxic cycle. And then eventually it took, some friends and some things that we wanted to do, and some really, really dark moments for us in terms of depression and just not really knowing what our purpose was or what we were doing with life. It took, the lows of the low to realize that, like, this isn't good for us. Like, it feels comforting, and we are working hard in our full-time jobs, but that's not what we want to do. And we're putting all of our energy into that. And then started to kind of flip when we met Project Feel. We started to have a more decent community in terms of the artists around us, started to meet more people, and we started to get motivated by those people around us. And eventually leaving that space for me was a big deal because I was still kind of feeling that. Mm-hmm. And I was letting myself fall into those traps. And moving in with someone like my partner, her name is Christine.
Shout out Christine.
Shout out Christine, bro. She changed my fucking life, bro. Like everything that we have here in this home, the reason it's so beautiful is because of her. And this environment has made me so much healthier,
bro, by
so many degrees of like it's insane how much healthier I am because of her. And it's just like community, man. Like having people around you that care.
If anyone watching this, if you have a woman in your life that inspires you to go harder, and never let her go, because that shit is so rare. It's so rare.
It's insane.
But yeah, like that, I completely believe that story. I mean, not to think that I would lie, but just like, yeah, it usually does take those super dark, despair, driven moments. Like there's a quote. It's like, people don't change until the pain of where they are supersedes the pain of where they want to go. And that may have been what you experienced. Yeah. So yeah, that shit's real.
It's real as fuck.
Yeah, man.
And I'm sure you experienced it as well. Just like with the people, like the way you were talking about it, it felt very similar. Just in the energy that you were in, and
facts.
And figuring out a way to get out of that and be the person that you need. And that's one thing that I always want to, like, I got lucky enough to have this person in my life that was able to, like, pull me out a little bit. And it wasn't just her. Like, there's, I have so many friends, Anthony being one of them, that, helped me a lot with that kind of stuff. But sometimes, like, a lot of people aren't going to have that person or aren't going to find that person in time. And for a lot of people, and I said this in the last show that we had, it's like, you got to be who you need, because you can't rely on someone to pull you out and then just keep you out. You have to do that yourself sometimes. And for a lot of people, that's just the way it is.
I think most people.
Yeah.
This is shit. If you try and put that shit on other people, you're going to burn all your friends out. Yeah. And then you're going to be like, why am I alone?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's literally how it goes.
Yeah, what's up.
Yeah.
No, it's tough, but listening to cause I want to talk about Kid
fucking
Works.
Wild ass Kid Works. All right.
Because he's someone who I in a recent one, he talked about how he was in he had some pretty dark moments in his life, and that's kind of where he is, why he is where he is now. Yeah. Because I think you asked him, you're like, why do you think you are who you are right now? Why do you think you achieve so much? And he said because he's been in the lowest of lows. He knows what it's like to be at the ground level in terms of just everything.
Yeah, he's been through a lot of pain.
Yeah, and you can kind of see that in him in the way he moves. he's someone that brings a lot of attention to your podcast, a lot of positive attention, but he also has a lot of haters. He got a lot of haters. I think a part of it is just his confidence and the way he goes about things and his opinions. Like he's not afraid to say anything. He'll just say that shit.
Yeah.
Who is Kid, and how did like, what was that relationship?
All right, so I met him at the gym 4 years ago.
The gym. That's fire.
He was mean Kid, so I was naturally drawn to him.
Yeah.
I was like, I looked to my left, I looked to my right. I'm like, yo, y'all see this man bugging the fuck out? I need to meet him. So I hopped on the treadmill next to him one day because he was by himself, and we started talking. We were talking about this book called Ego is the Enemy, and he gave a perspective on it that was super unique. Yeah. He got banned from that gym for life, so we fell out of touch we fell out of touch for about 2 years. Then he hit me up when when I was. That's a story for him to tell. That's not my business. I figured out. Yeah, that's not my business. Yeah. But he hit me up 2 years later because I was doing the acoustic shit. Or I don't know if I hit him up, one or the other. But we did that. Then another year passed, and I was doing the music review shit. Yeah. And I was doing acoustics again. So we worked then. And then like we shot like 8 to 10 videos together, different types of shit. Oh, nice. And we would just have the conversations that we have on camera are literally our real life conversations. Yeah. Like nothing changes when the cameras turn on. So like, after a while, I was just like, yo, why are you not doing podcasts? And like, you're in my spot. Yeah. There's camera, light, you. Let's go. So I wrote about an entire business plan, how we could structure the show, how we can monetize it, how we can grow it over time. I sent it to him. He fucked with it. So we started working off that, and then people liked it to the point that I do that show more than the interviews now because a lot of people gravitate to that a lot more. So yeah, that's
fire. Yeah, I mean, he's like I said, like every time you see one of his clips, it's like he's saying something really in a very confident manner, and you're either gonna like strongly agree or strongly disagree. Yeah, there's no in between with him.
Honestly, bro, like a lot of people that give hate, literally seeing someone that confident is triggering to some people.
It's true. That's actually real.
It's 100% a projection. That's why like a lot of the hate comments, I don't even respond to them. I look at them. Sometimes I'll send them to them like, yo, look at this fucking idiot. And like it's literally that. Like some people are upset by confidence. Period. So like, you know, it's it is what it is.
One thing, go ahead.
Nah, you got it.
One thing I was gonna say is that you brought it up for a second there, but one of my favorite pieces of content y'all have is like when you react to the hate comments on the viral clips. Or you had a recent one where he was just like roasting these people. Yeah,
I dropped that one yesterday.
Yeah. That shit is funny because we've been experiencing this now, and we don't even say, bro, like the people on our show. Our conversations are mad chill. Nobody's saying anything that's like off the wall. You know, it's more about
you guys talk about some political shit though. That I think could be the only that
was the thing. We had one person on the show. Their name is Madi. And they were talking about the alt comedy spaces and how
I saw the clip for that.
So it was like talking about how a lot of those alt comedy spaces that were kind of started by, I think it was Black trans femmes. They were talking about how those spaces aren't inclusive to those people in a lot of cases. But
she also broke down like the ADA accessible shit.
In the clip, they thought the people that were commenting thought that they were talking about just all spaces in general. And I was like, they're talking about a very specific and niche thing. And the clip was like, you know, kind of like, you know,
it's a clip.
It's a clip. Exactly. It's like literally, you know, 50
It's the same shit as reading the headline and not reading the article. Like,
exactly. So, and it's, bro, and there are people that really, it's hard for me to even believe this, but there are people that are just like actually watching shit and they're like, I really hate this and I'm going to really show that I hate this.
I mean, yeah, if you hate yourself, then it's no surprise you're going to project hate off to the world. That's as simple as that. Yeah. I don't know anyone that loves himself that leaves hate comments. Like, honestly, like it's really that simple. Yeah. So like I look at that and I'm like, wow, okay. So I know to stay, you are the real pandemic. I'm gonna stay 6 feet away from you at all times.
The real pandemic.
Yeah, like we're good off that.
Dude, it's the internet is a wild place because it's all faceless too.
Bro, I literally post and go and sometimes reply to comments. That's it. That's it.
How do you like? Do you? Because we talked about this recently too. Is like, to some degree, those comments, the fact that they're engaging at all is helping your post,
Yes.
right? So although people can see the hate and kind of like question it, it's like you are showing this to someone else because you decided to comment.
Yes.
And if more people decide to comment because they saw it
Yes.
and saw your comment, then it's like, you could post all you want, bro.
And
You could.
that's why I
you want to
don't-
throw hate comments on all of my
Bro.
videos, please.
That's why I don't delete the hate comments.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I appreciate your services. I hope you find grace. That is it.
Dude, the ones that are YouTube shorts that get the most views have like 50% dislikes, and it's like,
All right, I don't get 50% dislikes on my short. I don't know what you're posting on your shorts.
I literally,
I've
bro, the
never-
most calm shit ever.
Okay.
Like Anthony was saying something about it was a similar thing where he was just talking about he was talking about the difference between his difference between a creative and an artist, and how he likes using the term creative more as opposed to artist, and he got comments on that, and it was like a lot of dislikes, and I was like, damn.
That's like the people who are like, yo, what's a beat maker and a producer? Yo, what the fuck does it matter? We're making music.
Yeah,
Y'all have really been debating this for 15 years. What the fuck does it matter? Like, I don't...
No, it's definitely
Y'all need hobbies. Like, there's no way
sure.
that you have the time to sit here and talk about the difference between a beat maker and a producer for 10 fucking years straight. Like, I don't know. I'm sorry. That's
no, you're
tangent.
good. It's good. Listen, I felt that in your bones too. That feels like it's something you've been hearing forever.
Bro, like,
Yeah.
I just...
You ever gonna get you still produce beats?
Nah,
Still
not
produce-
really.
No, not really.
Yeah, I kind of realized that I can make more money doing anything
Yeah.
besides music.
Mm.
So I'm gonna just, yeah. At this exact moment, realistically, I want to get back into music. I want to do the acoustic shit again because that's really where my heart is at.
Mhm.
I just recognize that everyone needs to be promoted. Like all the time. There's no business that doesn't need promotion.
Yeah.
It's the one thing that if you get into a field where you help push other people and you bring eyes into other people, your business will never go out of, let me not say go out of business, but it's recession proof.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you can't, everyone is going to need promotion. So me leveraging myself, putting myself in a situation where I am promotion for other people,
Yeah.
it brings a lot of eyes to me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep growing Encore to a point where I can get in rooms with anyone I want. If I could be like, yo, I got a YouTube channel, 250,000 subs. If you work with me, you'll get 30,000 new eyes on you. It's kind of hard to say no to that.
Yeah.
So at that point, it'd be way easier to do music as opposed to trying to get in the door doing music,
Yeah.
which is hella fucking competitive.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, it makes total sense. When you started doing the acoustic sessions, did you have any of that in mind, or was it just something you wanted to do?
Nah, literally, like, I just like playing piano, and I have
Yeah.
friends that rapped. Like,
Yeah.
it was that simple. I'm like, yo, shout out my homie Javi. He was the first one I did. I'm like,
Yeah, I saw
yo,
a few of those.
oh yeah. I'm like, yo, bro, do you want to like rap while I play piano? And he's like, sure. That's how that started.
I love that shit because it feels so like just spur of the moment type vibes when you
Yeah,
first were doing
yeah,
it,
it's
and it was
raw.
just like, let's just like do this shit.
Yo,
like,
bro,
let's not worry about mics. Let's put a shotgun mic on a DSLR camera and just
Yup.
run around
Literally,
and do this shit. Yeah.
literally. So that shit was fun. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it looks
that's
like
that's where my heart is at. I want to get back into that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
for
have
sure.
Chef Luke Peep, we have something called Live At.
Mm.
Acoustic sessions as well, a similar thing
Wavy.
that we did a little while ago. Might be coming back, maybe. It's it's potentially in the works. So
Hey, if you can make it make sense, like,
Yeah, for
yo,
sure.
when it comes to music, right? Like there's a huge demographic of people who are tired of shit that is overproduced as fuck and just want to hear raw shit.
yeah,
And I'm definitely one of those people. Like, I don't like a lot of the music that comes out now because not only is it just repetitive and monotonous as fuck, but like I want to hear your voice.
yeah,
Like, not
yeah.
fucking 30,000 synths in the background. Like, just I want to hear you. So there's a huge audience for it if you do get it going again.
Did it? Yeah, and I know so many people, so many artists who have that energy now, and I just like
The shit hits
sometimes-
different.
Yeah, sometimes I just want to kick them for not making more. But
oh my god, yo, the amount of dreams I've had about assaulting my friends because like they just will not, they would not do the work. Yo,
I don't like I started rapping a bit last year or 2 years ago actually.
Nice.
And I have a few tracks out, nothing crazy. But I know, bro, I know like 3 or 4 people, 5, maybe 6 actually, off the top of my head. Every time I hear shit, I'm like, bro, this is incredible.
Why don't you promote it
and
more?
You should just drop this right now. You shouldn't even like be thinking about this. Like, and I know how people feel about that. And I know how people, like, I know how it feels when somebody says that to me. And it's like, well, of course I can't right now. Like, this is not, it's not this, it's not that. But
it's not, the mix isn't
bro,
right. It's not the right season.
I'm listening to this right now, and I don't give a fuck about anything that you're saying. I don't care about the mix. I don't care that this thing is too loud. I don't care that you feel like you sound bad. I'm listening to this right now, and I want to listen to this again, and again and again and again.
Creators be in their heads, bro. It's shit is a fucking sickness of the mind. It's a fucking sickness. Yo, get out your fucking head, bro. Like, yeah, just literally like you, especially if you don't have shit out. Yeah. Like, it's one thing where if you have hella songs out and like some shit's really not done, but like if you're just holding shit back because like you don't know, how are you gonna know if you don't put it out? Yeah, you're not getting feedback. How are you gonna know if it's good or not? Yeah, and you know what the other thing is too. Shout out and RIP to my homie Germ. One thing he said in the studio fucking bothered me when he said it. He had this song called Fine. Lil Germ, how you doing? But you know I'm doing fine. You asked me how I'm doing. I had the song on my phone. I have to listen to it later. But he said, I don't know. Like, I just feel like I can't make another song like that. Like, I feel like that's the best I got. Damn. And I was like, yo, bro, you just don't know. That's just a belief thing. It's literally just a belief thing. Another thing that's not taught, like discipline, how we were talking earlier, like people aren't taught to believe in themselves. And that song, I was there when they recorded that song. Like, it was just like them bullshitting, having fun, but he didn't actually believe he could do this shit again. And I think a lot of artists share that same sentiment where they'll make some dope shit to an extent by accident, and they're like, I can't do that again.
I don't know how to do that. Yeah, I don't know how to recreate.
And they don't want to, especially if you're recording other people, they don't want to feel embarrassed trying to recreate it, and then they can't. Dude,
feedback, what you just said, is probably the number one enemy for a lot of these artists, bro. None of them want feedback.
Yeah, because they're so emotionally tied to their
music. None of them want to hear that shit. And I'm like, you can only get better. And I know the feeling so well. Like, I'm very, very acquainted with embarrassment. I have a problem with it. Like, I'm not good at the feelings I have when I do feel like I'm gonna be embarrassed or I am embarrassed are some things that I've had to overcome over time. And because I used to be a very shy person, and then I started doing musical theater out of nowhere. And a part of that process was getting feedback, a direction, like people actually looking at you perform, listening to how you sound, looking at how you look, how you speak, and giving you feedback on those things to improve it. And to this day, I still have problems, but when someone tells you, you have to listen to this again and think about how you can be better, that's painful for some people.
Death sentence.
Like, dude, I remember one time Christine, this was recently too, because she's a producer for this, and she was like, here's some feedback from the episodes that I've listened to recently. You say this a lot, you do this, you can probably improve here. You do this, and I'm like,
stop messing with your hair, stop sitting like that.
Dude,
did I do anything right?
Dude, yeah, exactly. And I'm thinking sitting there, and we're in a movie theater about to watch a movie, and I'm like, I don't want to be thinking about this right now. But I'm taking the feedback. I'm like, this is necessary, right? And then she was like, the last thing was like, you should like listen to your podcast. Do you listen to them in full? And I'm like, yeah, sometimes. But she's like, you should just listen to all of them and see how you feel about them, and listen to yourself and see how you feel. And I'm like, the thought of that, when I thought about it, I was like, damn, I'm gonna fucking hate that. Because sometimes, listening to yourself speak is sometimes it's like, I don't want to listen to myself. Like, I'm gonna judge the fuck, because I don't like. That's such a lost thing, and it's so valuable.
You know what helped me get over that? hating to hear myself, and this really goes to any insecurity at all. Like I used to fucking feel insecure about like my fucking forehead, about like one eye doesn't like open as much as the other.
Oh, dude,
like,
yeah, literally.
Fucking, yo, bro,
my face is like,
yo, literally like the dumbest shit.
I put glasses on and my glasses are like sideways.
Bro, it gets wicked. It gets wicked.
It gets so
wicked. I really one day I just walked down the street and I looked at everyone else. And I looked at their quote unquote imperfections and I realized I didn't give a fuck. Like they're still them. Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, cool. So why do I give a fuck about my imperfections way more than anyone else does? Because I don't care that you have a fucking 7 head and you're missing a finger. So why? Like it just doesn't make sense. Like we're all animals at the end of the day. Like. We're just here existing as animals. Like, you don't look at dogs. Like, dogs aren't looking in the mirror.
Yeah, they're not
like,
introspecting.
Looking at their paw and like, why does my nail look like this? Like, that's not happening, bro. So it's just like, this is gonna sound insensitive, but it's like, well, what I told myself is just get over that shit. Yeah, literally. So, I don't know how we got here.
Free flowing conversation is how we got here. This is shit we want to talk about, right?
Yeah, type shit.
But yeah, no, that's a big one for a lot of people that I know. But you know, it's a journey. I want to get to that point before I'm old and I'm like, I got here because I'm old. You know what I'm saying? What age is old? So I don't know. Old. I have no idea. I think I'll feel it one day. One day I'll get there and be like, nah, I'm fucking old.
No comment. I don't have an answer to that. I don't know. I feel like as long as you feel nimble, you feel good, your mind is sharp, your body's slick, like you good. Not
dude,
slick,
yo, I love seeing 80, 90-year-olds that are like, I'm on top of it.
Yo, bro. I was at this coffee shop yesterday and I saw this 2-year-old kid. Do you know what a primal squat is?
No.
All right, so basically it's like if I was standing up, like it would I just hit the camera by that. It'd be like this and then like squatting and then like my ass would be up and then you're just like your feet are on the ground. It's the only thing holding you up, and it's a difficult thing to do if you don't have hip flexibility.
On your feet, you're on your feet.
I'm literally gonna show you. I'll literally
I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
All right. So literally it'd be getting down.
Y'all don't get this.
And then like sitting like this for as long as you can. So,
okay.
That is not an easy thing to do, especially if you don't have hip mobility. But I was watching this 2-year-old kid just like flying around the coffee shop, hitting the illest primal squat I've ever fucking seen. And I'm just like, yo, like, that shit is fire. Yeah, bro, I don't even have anything motivational to say about that. It's just something I saw 2 days ago. And I'm like, yo, that is fire. That's dope. That's kind of it. I have nothing positive to say. Just humans are dope, but we also ain't shit.
True. We grow up to be ain't shit.
Nah, we're conditioned to be ain't shit by fucking our shit diets and sitting all the fucking time. So I bought a standing desk. That was a game changer.
Dude, I was just talking about that today.
Bro,
I was trying to fuck with wires under my desk that can't move an inch. Can't move an inch. It's so fucking big and heavy and it's blocking everything. I'm like, why is this so inefficient? The standing desks are expensive, man.
Yeah, they are. No, they have these things. I got one on Amazon. So you put it, it's like a desk extension. So you put it on your desk and it'll extend the shit up. It's way cheaper. It's like $100.
Send that, bro. I got you.
And it'll be an affiliate link, so I'll get like $6. If you
if you want this, you better hit me up, DM me, bro. We got the hookups out here.
We're conditioned to be ain't shit. We're fucking shown that the prime food in childhood is fucking chicken nuggets and
pizza
they think
rolls
and think that 30 minutes of PE a day is enough. But let me not get on a tangent. This is not the podcast for that.
Dude, one thing that just a small tangent. One thing that I've been talking about recently is the fact that we were in environments where if too many people asked to go to the bathroom as a kid and you were just so happened to be the 7th person to ask to go to the restroom, there were people that would just say no to you. And you're like, I'm a 6-year-old child about to piss my pants. And because everybody else had to go to the bathroom, I've literally had so many people tell me that story where like, yeah, I just peed in my seat. That's the environment. Those are the environments we live in.
If you want to have a podcast about everything wrong with our school system,
it comes up a lot on this show.
Buckle down.
Yeah, it comes up a lot on this fucking show, man. Which is,
A.
I mean, we're growing up and we're realizing how stupid this shit
like
was.
I said, we're bred to be factory workers. Yeah. Because you take a time off the factory line and go take a piss, the company's losing money. Yo, it's really wicked.
And now we're creatives doing whatever the fuck. Well, not whatever the fuck we want, but we're doing, you know.
Once we're financially free, we'll be doing whatever the fuck we want.
Right now, we are being as creative as possible within our industries, and I think we're making strides too. And I'd love to see what you're doing.
Oh yeah.
The content that you're putting out, the consistency. Oh, one thing I wanted to ask real quick before we end it off. Do you edit everything yourself?
Yeah.
That's fucking wild. Every day you're editing, every day, all the time.
Yeah, I mean, like literally when you walk downstairs,
yeah,
I was
you're on
editing.
Computer editing.
Yeah, like yo, I got here at 2:52, and like he didn't answer right away, so I took out my laptop and I started editing. Like, no time to waste. I
literally came out in three minutes after that. You're
facts,
ready,
yeah, facts. I'm ready. Like, yo, bro, like you literally, like it's just, dude. Like I said before, like I want the shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You do what it takes.
That's what I was gonna say too. If you want to see, the reason why I'm asking this question is because the amount of content that this guy puts out there on the podcast page, and on the YouTube and on TikTok, everything is ridiculous. And the fact that you do it on your own is a testament to just how far you've gotten and how hard you work at this shit. And I'm excited to see it continue to grow and be what it's gonna be. You know, it's gonna be incredible, and we're gonna support you all the way too. So
I appreciate it.
For sure. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, bro, it's 2023. There's no excuse. Like we all have, bro. You can. Here's all you need for your whole podcast. This is all you need. And then you get a $20 lavalier mic that plugs right into your phone, and then you start your podcast. Like,
and them shit sound good,
bro. And then you edit on. There's a new app called the Captions app. It does AI captions, so it'll save you mad time. Literally, cut my clip making time, and I'm 3 times faster at making clips since getting it. I don't know if you noticed, but the font changed on our page recently, in like the last like 20 clips or so. That was from the AI shit. So it's 3 times faster to make clips.
Do you use Premiere to?
I use Premiere to edit most of the full pods, and then for the clips I use the Captions app.
Damn.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. Yeah, after the show. These people are gonna be bored.
Yeah, but there's no fucking excuse. Like
No,
if you have an idea, just go do this shit. Stop being a pussy. Like it's really just like. I don't know how else to say it. Like, and the reason I'm saying this now is because like so many people have ideas in the back of their mind that they want to move on, but they're literally just waiting for someone to say, go.
Yeah.
So, go.
You heard it here first.
That's it.
Go. Yo, Poncho, thank you so much for being on here.
Hey.
You, bro.
Yes.
Immensely.
Fucking Poncho Wildin' on all platforms, or Encore.pod for the podcast page, the Encore Podcast on YouTube. Fucking don't watch this if you get easily offended. But if you want to learn something and get some new perspectives on life, then I definitely recommend tapping in.
For sure.
That's my alarm.
Good timing.
That's my alarm to post, actually.
Good timing.
Yeah.
That's
Facts.
good.
But yeah.
To end us off real quick, words of wisdom that you have for everybody.
Stop being a pussy and fucking chase your dreams. Like, honestly, like, I'm so tired of hearing people, bro. I'm so tired of hearing people say like, "Oh man, I had this idea, but only if I'm going to strangle the next person that says only if to me." Literally, you're gonna see me on the news. So. Yeah, bro. Just fucking. You know what you need to do. Just do it. Stop lying to yourself. Just fucking do the shit. Yeah. That's it.
Hell yeah.
Or don't, because it's your life. But
true. Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Do what makes you happy. At the end of the day, if you want to be an artist and just make music because you like music, do that. If you want to be a successful artist that is world renowned and rich and famous, do what you need to do that. If you fucking hate art, I don't think you'll be watching this, but. Fucking do some non-artistic shit. Do what makes you happy. Yeah. But if you know what makes you happy and you're not doing it, I hate you. And I will not be around you. That's it.
He doesn't hate you forever. Just until
no, I hate you. I hate you until you figure your shit out.
Oh man, yo, thank you again, Poncho. Appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. He said all the socials already, so you know where to go. Have a great rest of your day wherever the fuck you are right now. Nice.
Bow.
That's it. Bow.
Good shit.
Hilarious.
That was fire.
Don't be a pussy.